Hey, Alex here. It's been a while since my last video, and I still have loads I need to work on, but I wanted to give a quick update on what I've been doing, and what I plan to do next. The past few weeks has been spent almost entirely on designing Lunara, the town the player lives in, and where Dreadwinter is based. I also spent a bit of time designing the player's apartment, located on the top floor of the cafe. I made a time-lapse of the process as well, if anyone is interested in seeing it. Going back to the town, I reworked a lot of the original layout, as I wanted the town to be quite hilly, but having long roads made it hard to do at a reasonable scale. I then finished off the remaining base layer, adding in cliffs and water, and started to focus on sections of the town. I started with the town square, since I had a good idea of what I wanted to put there. Before I could add any detail to it, I needed to place the buildings first, so I knew where to design around. I created the building for Gelato & Co, where the player will be able to buy their supplies. The concept I had for the design was an old English sweet shop that's starting to transform into a modern candy store. One of the side stories I'm thinking about is having the player be able to influence the direction of the store based on their relationships with the characters that run it. One of the difficulties I had was that the image I had in mind was quite simple, and it was hard to make it interesting. I'm not great at designing buildings, but my general philosophy is when in doubt, chuck some plants at it, which seems to work. With the building in place, I then started on creating assets to add character to the area. There's still more that can be done, but the focus was on creating things that could be used a lot. Once this is done, the process should really speed up. I'm pretty sure that drawing and animating the water took longer than everything else combined, as I ended up reworking it twice, as it always ended up being too messy for my liking, and I simplified it each time. I'm quite happy with how the trees turned out. The line work doesn't actually make much sense, but it's surprising how much colour composition can make up for it, which I think is one of the strengths of pixel art. I'm now going to start making the rest of the buildings, so I can add detail to the rest of the map. I also need to extend the scene out a bit, as I only accounted for the area the player would move in. The town is intended to be on top of a hill overlooking the rest of the area, so I'll need to design a background with that in mind. After that, we'll likely be making improvements and cleaning up. That's all of my tasks for now. My estimate is about a month to finish this part, so I'd expect the next devlog to be sometime around then, and then I'll look to work on something more programming focused for a change. Thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe.